Buenos días. Me llamo Maria del Carmen Teresa Arcocha y Lopez de Blanco, and I am living proof that when it comes to diversity, sometimes what you see is not what you're going to get. So I was born in Havana, Cuba. My full name, Maria del Carmen, Maria del Carmen is my given name, my saint's name, and then Teresa was my confirmation name. Arcocha was my father's name, and in Latin countries, we are not only our father, but of our mother as well, so that's the Y Lopez part. And then I married, ironically, a man named Bill White. That's the de Blanco. I started my own inclusion and diversity company just 5 years ago, but prior to that, I spent over 30 years working in the diversity and inclusion space. I started my career at Procter & Gamble right out of college, and after a stint in sales and marketing management, became the organization's first Hispanic marketing manager. And you're going to hear a little bit about that and why it's so important to connect your business results to diversity and inclusion as you embark on this journey. It's very, very important that you have a vision for how diversity and inclusion can actually make you more successful. If you do it because it's the right thing to do from a heart perspective, that's fantastic, but it probably isn't enough. What I can tell you is that over my last 30 years of working in this space, that the focus on diversity, unfortunately, has led to some initiatives that were focused on numbers, and we're also making assumptions that it was differences that we needed to focus on. And what that focus led to was a lot of conflict and misunderstanding. In the past, what ended up happening was we unintentionally excluded some groups. And as a result of that, we really have failed to make lasting change, and especially culture change in organizations as a whole. And in addition to that, failed to make lasting changes in leadership. And I'm a big proponent of the fact that it's the leaders of the organization that really role model for others the way and the behavior that you need to exhibit. And so if we're not kind of advancing folks of all differences into organizational leadership, then we are very likely not representing folks who need a role model and need someone to follow and to be able to role model for them the behaviors and the experiences that they need to, all right? So that's what caused me to form my own company and to start this focus on inclusion. So inclusivity means we believe that you start with inclusion. So the INCLU, include, is about inclusion, and then the SITY is about diversity, the city of diversity. What we believe is that if you focus on inclusion first, if you focus on the behaviors of inclusion rather than the other way around, what will happen is you'll create an environment where diversity will come. Diversity will feel welcomed. They'll feel included, and they'll want to stay. So the bottom line is inclusivity is about productivity and about letting people be their most productive selves, whether in the Rotary or in your organization.